SuperTalk.com. And today we're going to talk about a woman who took something we've all been in touch with. That's the Mississippi red dirt, particularly there in the Delta, and has turned it into a beautiful work of art. Joining us today is Kendra Reed. She is the founder of Delta Dirt Shirts. Great name. Hey, Kendra.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you?
I am doing so well. I love the name Delta Dirt Shirts. And in fact, Rhino, our producer, and I have been stalking y'all's Instagram for a while now, wondering the inspiration behind your art that's turned into a clothing line. So, Kendra, how did this get started?
Yeah, actually, I borrowed the idea from Hawaii. I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to go to Hawaii, and they had these dirt shirts. They called them red dirt shirts. They had them all over the islands, and they would, just have these wonderful designs. And when I came home, I'm thinking, those are really cool dirt shirts because you could take a little piece of Hawaii home with you. But I thought, Mississippi, we have that beautiful red dirt, but more importantly, we grow the cotton here. So I'm thinking, gosh, it just kind of makes sense. And I would call it Delta Dirt Shirt, and I would use local artists to do the design, and 3 years later, now we have a line. How about that?
You have a line, and it's beautiful. And the funny thing is, if they're watching over at SuperTalkTV.com, I've got the wonderful photo of you. You're wearing it, and some of the other things dyed in it. It is that beautiful sort of dinge is not the right word, Kendra, but sort of dinge to it that we all know if we've played in it or got or ruined clothes in it, and you've done it intentionally with so much more style. Let me just say. So, how does it work? How do you do it to stay and to look good?
Yeah, I think of it like an Easter egg. So the first thing I do is I wash the shirts to make them, because they have starch and stuff in them. And then I put them in soda ash, and I soak them for a little while. And then I take them out, and then I soak them in the mud. And that's the fun part, where you just kind of get them in the mud and stir them up real good. And then after that, I use vinegar. I soak them again a third time, this time in vinegar. And then I go ahead and just wash them. So the color you see is the color it stays. So when you buy the dirt shirt, it doesn't fade. That's the color that it's going to be. Just like an Easter egg, you use vinegar. How about that?
That's really cool. And then, so the third part of this is you've gotten Mississippi artists to sort of jump on board and to have their own sort of artwork there on the back of your creations and sort of brand it themselves, but sticking with the Delta Dirt Shirt brand. How do you seek out your artists? I mean, I would think anyone would want to jump on this opportunity.
Yeah, I would love to have more artists involved. I've been talking with other artists, so I'm certainly interested in art that works well with screen printing, because I think I love the feel of a screen printed shirt. It seems to last longer than some of the other ways that they can put color in shirts. But Drew Harris is one of my favorites. He did the first two designs, the Mighty Mississippi with the shape of the state, and also the Crossroads guitar. And he's done a lot of murals around Vicksburg. And, of course, I'm out of Vicksburg. And so be able to use a local artist is a huge coup. I love that for him and for us, that we're able to, have his art all over Mississippi. So that's super fun. Another artist that I use, Don Jacobs is his name, and he did the murals in the governor's mansion. He did two designs. He did the steamboat, and he also did the Greetings from Mississippi guitar, which has a fabulous little story to it. That's a real guitar that actually played on stage, so that's pretty fun. So I'm very pleased to have those artists want to participate with the dirt shirts.
Well, Kendra, if we have many artists maybe listening to Good Things who want to jump in or sort of have their moment with the dirt shirt, I mean, is there a way to connect with you, or is there, some way to sort of put their call out to be a part of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I do have an Instagram account and a Facebook account, and also on my website. And just contact us through that, just deltadirtshirt.com. And then I can, if I can see their work and kind of get a feel for what they're doing, I'm always looking for new designs and things that are iconically Mississippi. I love that when it's iconic Mississippi, where a Mississippian's going to want to wear it, or someone who's moved away from home. They've moved away from Mississippi and they miss it, and this is just that little piece of home with them. So anything iconic is kind of what I'm looking for. So yeah, if it falls within those ranges, and also a limit of 4 colors, just because the screen printing process only allows for that many colors, then we're in good business. So I am looking for artists. So I would love it if you just blew up my email with artists. That'd be fabulous.
Well, so you soak it in the dirt. That's what makes it so special and has that beautiful color that, again, we all sort of know and love and hate. Let's be honest, if we're the one washing the clothes, this is intentional, not if you're just out there playing with it. So do you have just, buckets of dirt sitting at home, or do you have the perfect place outside, your back porch that you go and leave the shirts overnight? I'm very interested in how the mud bath works.
Yeah, so that's a funny thing. So I was in Vicksburg and I was looking all over the place and I couldn't find it. I was driving to construction sites and wherever they were making muddy messes or wherever, and I just couldn't find it. I'm like, "Where's this red dirt? I know I've seen it. Where is it?" I went home and it was in my front yard. It was literally by my mailbox, and I just started laughing, and I went, "Well, okay, there you go." So I pull it out of my front yard, basically. It's really not a big deal. Eventually, I did find another construction site that had a lot of red dirt, and I said, "Hey, I love the color of your dirt. Can I have some?" He said, "Oh, yeah, knock yourself out. Have as much as you want." I don't think he realized what I was doing with his precious mud.
No, and I think that's probably not a question that a lot of construction sites get asked often. Can I have your scraps? Do you need their leftover wood, whatever it may be? But can I have your red, specifically your red dirt? So how long does the process take from start to finish? I mean, these are hand dyed with Mississippi dirt, so it's not like they can be, mass produced quickly, or maybe you figured out a process. Mm-hmm. So what's the time it takes to sort of get a shirt to finish?
It really takes about 3 days because it needs to soak. It needs to soak and let that stain really just kind of take hold. And then by the time I get it screen printed, that's maybe another couple days. So I would say a week. It's a precious week before I can have a shirt ready for you to wear. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so that's even special too. It's a whole it is a work of art by the time you actually get this, particular shirt. Where can we get them, Kendra? I know you have your social media accounts. You mentioned you're out of Vicksburg. I see you at a wonderful it looks like a vendor booth of some kind in your photo. So where do you pop up? Where can folks get their Delta Dirt shirt?
Yeah, so on my website is probably the easiest way because you'll have all the varieties and all the sizes. So deltadirtshirt.com is where you'll find me. And then also all over the town. So I like to sell at wholesale boutiques or wholesale accounts so that the local businesses, like if you're in Tupelo or if you're in Gulfport or wherever you are, that if those your local boutiques find me at the wholesale market, then they can have them and you can kind of try them on and take a look at the size. They don't shrink. But, some people like to look at the different sizes before they choose. So I'm trying to have them all over the state by virtue of the wholesale markets. Now, I have been at Canton Market, which is fabulous. And sometimes I'll pop up at a farmer's market. But for the most part, I have done some consignment malls as well. And I'm happy to talk to consignment malls if they're interested in carrying the dirt shirts there. So every town has a different place, whether it be a consignment mall or a wholesale boutique. That's why online is probably the safest bet. If you're serious that you need one, maybe just go to the website. It might be easier. I offer free shipping anyway. So
I love this idea too. If you're looking for that special gift for someone who, grew up in Mississippi, has roots here, but maybe has gone somewhere else, this is a perfect kind of way to let Mississippi go with them. But then also for anyone who just loves our state dearly, I just think it's super cool. We all wear shirts and, so many have Mississippi influence, but this is just such a unique sort of take on it, Kendra. So you got any plans to make art out of our other elements? I can't think.
I have people telling me, "Do you have any other colored dirt?" I'm like, "Well, I'm looking for it, but I haven't seen it yet."
Well, that is definitely Mississippi's red. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I probably would more expand maybe instead of just shirts. I've been thinking about a dirt bag, and I'm trying to think of how to say something fun with a dirt bag because I think that would be fun. So I'd probably more extend the clothing line than I would the color or the dirt, even though everything comes out that beautiful peachy color.
You know what? Peachy is better than dingy. That was such a bad representation.
No,
but you know how it is if you got your favorite, like if your kid goes and wears their favorite clothes and comes back muddy, you're like, why'd you wear those breeches? You're never going to be able to get them. But this is intentional. So this is too is a conversation piece. So where can we find you, Kendra? I think it's super cool idea.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I think they should actually make boys and girls baseball uniforms out of the red dirt shirt. They should.
I totally agree.
Make every mom so happy. It's like, oh, go ahead, honey, go ahead, just slide. You slide into third base. It'll be fine.
I totally agree. So where all are you? You have your websites and Instagram and Facebook, correct?
Yeah, those are the three best places to reach me. Yeah, deltadirtshirt.com.
All right, Kendra, I truly appreciate your time here on Good Things Today. Keep up the good work. If you come up with a catchy title for your dirt bag, let us know.
You got it. And hey, thank you so much for the shout out.
All righty. You guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.